My name's Scott Keyes. I'm from Think Progress, actually spelled just like you, Mr. Keyes, but pronounced slightly differently. Many of you mentioned and discussed historical race issues, and Mr. Broda specifically had mentioned the 14th Amendment. There's a movement underway, particularly among conservatives, to dismantle a segment of the 14th Amendment of the guarantee of citizenship for those who are born in the United States. And given that this is a historical aspect of it to guarantee citizenship for African American slaves, I'd love to hear the Tea Party expresses views on the subject and if they have a stance on the issue.
Who would like to respond to that?
Bob, I think you had two responses.
Would you think it fair to equate the children of illegal aliens to slaves?
The answer is absolutely not.
I know the media, you're probably not used to having questions asked back of you, but I think it's kind of demeaning to look at it that way. The original intent of the 14th Amendment was to redress slavery. I don't think after, 200 and something, 185, 190 years, we still need that. I think we're one of the few countries in the world that grants citizen status to the children of foreign nationals. I don't understand why we still need something like that today, especially when it is so abused. Where are you from? Have you ever spent any time in Southern California?
I sure have.
Okay, so you know what the issues are there as far as illegal immigration. Okay, I find it funny, a lot of people from northern states who've never experienced what it does to the infrastructure, what it does to schools, what it does to crime, to make comments about being compassionate to illegals and then using an argument that the 14th Amendment is something that we need to maintain to be fair to them because it was fair to blacks before. I don't think it's the same thing.
Then obviously here in Columbus, something I've just never seen before. You have children who are American citizens at the local elementary school, Columbus Elementary. And the majority of the kids travel back and forth across the border every single day.
As morning light breaks over her neighborhood, Sonia Ortiz gets ready for her day. The first thing she does is make sure her 7-year-old son Octavio is awake. It's the same routine every day. She dresses him, puts on his shoes, and waits for her brother to pick him up. What separates Octavio from the average American second grader is that he must cross the US-Mexican border every day to get to school. And he's not alone. Hundreds of students cross each morning from Palomas, Mexico to Columbus, New Mexico. And like most of the children, Octavio must leave his mother behind because she is not a citizen and does not have a visa.
Pues se siente triste porque él va a poder pasar y yo no.
Sonia, like so many other women in Palomas, crossed the border to give birth. For decades, women in labor have been allowed to cross and go to the nearest hospital, which happens to be just 30 miles north of the U.S. border. Once they give birth there, the children become citizens.
When you explain to them the situation, when they really see it, down-to-earth view of Palomas and Columbus and the poverty and what's going on and how the United States has helped these people, and they have sympathy for them. They feel like the U.S. is doing something good.
Ken Riley is Columbus's fire chief and has been working as an EMT for 20 years. Over that time, he's made thousands of trips to the border to pick up women in labor.
Our families are intertwined with the families in Mexico. I would guess half the people in Columbus have relatives living in Palomas.
As people across the United States take hard stances on immigration reform, here in the wide open spaces of New Mexico, the lines between Columbus and Palomas have long been blurred. The two cities are connected by families, commerce, and jobs. Americans even head into Mexico for affordable dental work. So educating children born in the U.S. but living in Palomas seem like common sense for the principal who started the tradition in the 1950s.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. And to the
Columbus Elementary is a clean, well-manicured school surrounded by a quiet town. Of the 570 students who attend, nearly 75% cross the border daily.
We are educators. We consider that we are putting children first. We are doing our jobs. We are not trying to be any kind of political arena at all. The state of New Mexico has told us that we are not wrong in what we're doing. And with their support, we are able to continue.
But not everybody is happy about the porous border agreement. Here at the local American Legion branch, the objections were clear.
Well, I wouldn't care if they came for medical and get taken to our hospitals and that, but the way it stands right now with the 14th Amendment, if they come over here and have a baby, it's automatic American citizen. And I can't see where two negatives make a positive. And when they drop them on this side of the border, we have to pay for everything. We pay for their schooling, we pay for their, I mean, there's no contribution whatsoever coming from the other side. No taxes, nothing like that.
You can look at it and say, well, these are tax dollars and we don't have enough to go around. We can't provide for everyone in the world. Well, you're providing for American citizens.